Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you guys for all being here on, I never know what day it is when we start these. Is it Thursday? It's Thursday. I'm so happy that you guys are here and that you made time for this. Like every time we do a call, that's not an opportunity call, especially, it makes me so excited and proud to have a team that shows up to grow and to learn and to be poured into so that we can continue to grow our businesses and just grow as people. It's no secret that we call network marketing personal development with a paycheck because you're continually going to be stretched and growing and changing in like all of the best ways that is going to affect more areas of your life than just your business. So, my friend Whitney is on here tonight. She is a business coach. And so, y'all, you're gonna love her after this. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, can I just talk to you for the rest of the night? So the cool thing is that she's a business coach. So if you feel like I need more of this, I will direct you to her and you can literally coach with her because she's amazing. So, anyways, she's just going to pour into us. Like, I don't even know what she's going to talk about, but I know it's going to be good. So, you guys, this is Whit.
Thank you so much, Brittany. You guys, before I even get started, I am such a huge fan of Britt and you guys being on her team. And this is just this is just an honor for me to be here and be in this space with you guys. And so thanks for giving me your Thursday night. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit, and then I definitely want to leave some time for Q&A if you have some questions. But my name's Whitney. I live in Colorado Springs, Colorado. It is chilly here today. I am been married about 11 years. I have 3 kiddos, 8, 6, and surprise, a little bit of a miscommunication, 1.5. He's 1.5, and he's great. They're all amazing. Love them. So I am like a life and business coach. I was in a corporate setting in human resources. I did talent acquisition for about 10 years before I joined the network marketing world. I did that for about 4 years. I made it to the top of the company, in the top, 2%, had a 6-figure paycheck, loved it. But what I really found that I loved and that I was built for, designed for, created for, was pouring into my team and coaching. And so that led me to start a coaching business. And I primarily focus on everything around your business. So I really work on boundaries, self-care, avoiding burnout, time management, hard conversations. So those are kind of the things that I specialize in. But I'm super excited to talk to you guys tonight. We are going to just dive right into comparison. And I know that this is a topic that you're like, oh my gosh, like this is something that I struggle with, but I literally don't even know what to do, how to stop this. But this is something that I feel so incredibly strongly about. And I want to give you guys really practical tips to walk away with tonight that are going to move the needle in your business immediately. Like I want this to exponentially grow your paycheck because you have changed your thoughts about comparison and about how you view yourself and about how you view others. Okay. So I'm just going to jump right in. Please dump questions in there as you have them. Okay, so comparison actually can be a good thing in some cases. Our brains, we are actually biologically wired to compare ourselves. Our brains actually look for evidence to validate what we already believe. So a lot of people, like what you think is a thought or what you think is a fact could actually
We're here,
be
dude.
just a thought about something. Okay, so if you think like, she's got a better house. She's been in network marketing before. She has a bigger following. She's got more influence. She's been in human resources for 10 years. These are all like our brains will see that as a fact and then look for evidence to validate that. Okay. So basically, if this is left untreated, where you are not taking your thoughts captive and changing them, actively changing them, inevitably, I'm telling you this with full confidence, your business will tank because you will be discontent and you will inevitably reach burnout. And I can tell you from what has happened in my own life, in my own business, and I know what Britt's experienced, is burnout sucks real bad and it will destroy you if you let it. And so my job is to give you the tools that you need to get those thoughts in order, take them captive, pivot quickly, and work on focusing inward. Okay, so that's what we're going to do tonight. So here's some things I want you to think about, because you might think like, look, I don't compare myself. Like, I'm confident, I got this. I'm going to ask you some questions. I want you to just do a little self-evaluation, and then I'm going to give you 8 practical steps to stop comparing yourself to others. Okay, it's going to be awesome. Okay, so here's some questions for you. Do you get FOMO after you've been on social media for a while? When something good happens to someone else, is your natural reaction to be annoyed or anxious when something good happens to someone else? Are you checking who has viewed your Instagram story or Facebook post multiple times a day? Who's liked it? Who's commented? How many likes does she have? Are you losing sleep? And I know y'all have the tools to be able to sleep well, so there's no excuse. So if you weren't sleeping and you're using your hemp, I know it's because of something else, okay? Are you spending more time thinking about the work that someone else is doing in their business and how she's running her business, or how many people she's recruiting, rather than thinking about what you can be doing different? Okay. If you've answered yes to any of those things, this is for you. Okay, so I'm going to give you 8 practical steps. Are you ready? Pen and paper are going to be handy. The first one, you guys can probably guess this, but gratitude. You guys, like, just even the process of thinking about things that we're grateful for, just our brain searching for those things rewires our brain, and it is 76% more effective when you're thinking about what you're grateful for. You don't even have to come up with a solution or an answer to that. Just thinking about what you're grateful for improves your thoughts by 76%. So I really want you to spend some time, either before you go to bed or as soon as you wake up, before you touch your phone. I want you to practice gratitude. You don't have to write down 15 things that have changed your life that day. Like, it could be that you brushed your hair. That has been I have been grateful for a brush some days. Okay. So I really want you, and I know it's like a trendy, fluffy, like, oh, just practice gratitude. I want you guys, it's going to change your life. When you start focusing on the things that the Lord has gifted you in and has blessed you with, the things that you have been created for, it will change the way that you see others. It will change the way you see your business. It will change the way you see your team. Okay. That's number 1. Number 2, there is power in contentment. Okay. Obviously, if you're comparing yourself, contentment seems like a reasonable thing to move towards, right? I'm going to give you a secret right now. This might kind of throw you off. I'm going to prepare you. Do you want to know the only difference in you and Britt? Like, literally the only difference in her business and your business? It's confidence. It is that she shows up every single day on social media and in her team threads and chats and in person and all of the things, because she legit knows that she's in the best business in the world, in the best industry, with the best comp plan, with the best growth, with it being a ground floor business. Like, she literally shows up every day. And do you want to know why that's the differentiator for her? Is because confidence is attractive to people. And it doesn't have to be fake. Okay. It's not showing up and you're like, my life is amazing. Everything about what I do is amazing. If you don't join my team, you're awful. And all, like, no, it's showing up and saying, you can join me or not, but you're missing out, and that's okay. But I love what I'm doing. And I love the people that I'm impacting. And I love that I get to change people's lives. It is a gift. It is a blessing. Like, I want you to really dig down deep. And if there is a reason that you can't show up on social media or in person with confidence, there is a thought way back here that you need to address and that will address that will come into focus. And if you address that thought, you will change the result. You might hear all over, and I don't know if this is something that you guys get trained on, but I don't believe action cures everything. I don't believe that. I believe that changing your thoughts will change your results. Changing your thoughts will change the actions that you take in your business. If you choose to show up today, that will change your business. If you choose to tell people how great this comp plan is and how great this business model is, that will change people. Okay? So I want you to show up with confidence. Confidence is attractive. Confidence sells. It does not have to be fake. It is confidence in the way that you were uniquely created. Okay. That's number 2. I could stay in there all night, y'all, all night. Okay. Number 3. You guys know this, but don't compare yourself to someone else's highlight reel, right? Like, remember I said our brains are wired to look for evidence. So if you keep telling yourself, she's got a bigger house, she's got a better business, she brought over more people, she this, she that, your brain will continually search for evidence to validate that. So instead of doing that, I had a mentor that said, what you focus on expands. If you focus on what is going well in your business and how awesome you are and how awesome your mentors are and the tools and the training that you have and what your business has to offer, that will expand. And it should expand because it's amazing. Okay, number 4, focus on your strengths. The biggest mistake that I see my clients doing is trying to adopt what other people are doing and do it for themselves, and it doesn't work. Like, it falls flat. Did you guys hear? I read an article somewhere. I don't have this in my notes, but that oh no, I know what it is. It was in the book Essentialism. Okay, I don't know if you guys have read that. I'm obsessed with essentialism, but when Southwest Airlines actually decided to lower their ticket prices, they really wanted to build this business around simplistic marketing, a simplistic business design. So they don't go everywhere. You guys know this. They don't fly everywhere. They don't have 400 stops. They focus on customer service. They focus on cheapest flights, giving you your bag, all of the things. Did you know Continental Airlines actually tried to adopt their business model, but they also kept what they were doing with big charter flights? And the reason that it was highly unsuccessful is because they tried to do it as cheap as possible. They tried to adopt some of their things, but they didn't adopt everything that Southwest was doing, and it fell flat on its face, and they lost billions of dollars. The only way that you can truly show up with confidence in your business is to dig deep into what you love about yourself. And if that's going to be super tough, then that's an area you really need to focus on. I want you tonight, after we get off this call, to write down 5 things that you love about yourself, or that you are great at, or that come really natural to you, things that you are proud of. And I want you to think about those things, and then I want you to tell people about them. Being humble is not, you can still be humble while recognizing your strengths. That's confidence. Okay. Number 5 is celebrate other people. Okay. I want to bring attention to the thought that there's not enough room at the top for everyone, or there's not enough money for everyone, or it's too saturated of a market. Too many people are doing it. Everyone's doing network all BS, lies. Okay. If you have the belief that there's not enough room, your brain will continue to find that evidence. And every day when you go to post or reach out to somebody or whatever it is, your brain is going to subconsciously sabotage you. It will destroy you. It will destroy your business. This newsflash, there is plenty of room. There is plenty of money. And it is totally and 100% available to you. Do you believe that? Do you believe that it is available? Absolutely. Yeah. So when someone else wins, I want you to go out of your freaking way to celebrate them, right? Just because they won doesn't mean that you lose. Just because they're making 6 figures a month doesn't mean that they're taking all the money, right? There is plenty of room. Go out of your way to celebrate people. Okay. Number 6, I want you to think about this really carefully. Instead of competing with others, I want you to compete with yourself. I set aside at least an hour a week to think and to do I call it super thinking. My coach and I call it super thinking. But I want you to set aside time to do some super thinking. And what I mean by that is, like, I want you to look at your next year, not just your next month, not just what you're doing this week, a year. And I really want you to think about what you want that year to look like. How much money do you want to be making? How many hours do you want to be working? Do you want to have a housekeeper? Do you want to be able to go and buy Christmas presents for your kiddos without stressing? Like, I want you to really, dig into your why. It's going to look like that. But I want you to actively construct your next year. Okay. And if you don't hear anything else, I'm going to give you gold right now. Okay. I want you to think of yourself right now. And if you need to adopt this thought, that's okay. But I want you to think of yourself right now as a blue diamond. I want you to put this persona on, and I want you to say in the morning, when you go to make a post, when you go to sit at your computer, when you go to work your business, I want you to literally tell yourself, what would Blue Diamond Whitney Kroneberger do? What would she eat? How is she talking? How is she posting? What is she doing with her time? How is she delegating? How is she spending her money? What does her routine look like? Is she moving her body every day? Is she eating a Snickers bar every morning? I used to do that, legit. I want you to think about what that girl does or man does, Blue Diamond, right? Like way up there, right? In the company. And I want you to adopt those principles right now. Do not wait until you get there. You make room for that space in your brain, and you do that right now. Okay. Biggest tip for you, adopt her like now, like today. Okay. Number 7, we're going to create some boundaries around social media. And this is not always a fun one because our job is social media, right? That's what we do. But I want you to be aware that you have to actively construct your social environment. Okay. And even if there is someone that is doing amazing things in another business, or even if it's in your business, but they are very triggering for you, I want you to just mute them. Because negativity, I'm going to share some quotes with you, but research has actually shown that even a small amount of negative brain activity can lead to a weakened immune system, and it will make you more prone to illness. Just having more negative thoughts, okay? Negative attitudes can also affect your intelligence and your ability to think. So according to Dr. Travis Bradbury, this is a quote that I looked up recently, negativity compromises the effectiveness of the neurons in your hippocampus, right? Is that up here? I think it's up here, which is that part of your brain is actually responsible for reasoning and memory. Just dwelling on negative thoughts. And comparison is one of those, by the way. Okay, number 8. I want you to actively move towards avoiding burnout.
Yeah.
That may seem like, oh man, I don't even know what that looks like. I do this with all of my clients, but I have them create a self-care menu. And it literally is a menu. Like, we've got appetizers, dinner, and dessert. Your appetizers are going to be they don't cost any money. It's just a way to just refuel, a walk, a drive, taking a bath, grabbing a coffee, whatever it is, something super small. Your dinner is going to be a night out with the girls, or a weekend away with your husband, or something that takes a little bit of planning, but you just may need to that may be something that's going to alleviate a lot of stress. And then your dessert is going to be something that you actually have to plan. It might be a whole weekend away. It might be getting the front row seats of the Taylor Swift concert when that comes back. I want you to really think about what you actually want. And even thinking about when you hit that next rank in your company, how are you going to celebrate that? Like that is self-care. Okay. And by the way, it's not a luxury, it's a necessity. Okay. So we're moving actively towards avoiding burnout. And then I want you to practice boundaries around your business. Because if you get to the top of this company and your husband hates you, your kids don't even know who you are anymore, you've lost all of your friends, everybody on social media no longer follows you because all you talk about is what you're doing, like that is it going to be worth it? No. I want you to set boundaries now so that you put your phone down while you're eating dinner with your kiddos and you are getting adequate sleep and you are not reeling about all of the things that you're missing out on Christmas Day. Like this, and Britt will tell you if she hasn't already, if you don't do this now, it is going to be substantially harder to adopt it down the road. And it doesn't mean work less hours, and it doesn't mean be lazy. It means be disciplined, be a grown-up, and set some boundaries in your life. I promise you it'll be worth it. Okay. The last thing I have, and then I would love to take some questions, and I'm aware I talk really fast. My husband's like, Whit, you need to calm down. Y'all need some hemp up in here. Okay. I love this verse in Isaiah 43. If you guys are a believer and if you know the Bible, this is just something that I believe in my heart of hearts. But Isaiah 43 says, the Lord's promised us, I have redeemed you. I have called you. I have summoned you by name, and you are mine. And I want you to live in that right now. That the Lord has called you very specifically to live into who you were created to be, that you were carefully curated with exactly what you need to be at the top of this company. This business is a gift to you, and you have to steward it well. Like you are obligated to steward it well. That means setting aside good time to work. That means being diligent in what you're doing, being disciplined, setting boundaries, and not comparing yourself. Okay, I've talked a long time. I would love questions if you have them. I'm like just now reading through some of the comments. This has been so much fun for me. Any questions? You guys can either type them, or I don't know if you guys do the unmute thing, but that's fine with me too.
Don't be shy, guys. Take advantage of this.
Okay, that was great.
Yeah, the
I
book
loved it.
Essentialism by Greg McKeown. If you have not read that, he talks about reaching your highest point of contribution and saying yes to the essentials in order to reach that highest point of contribution. Guys, life-changing. Essentialism is like, read it over and over. So good. Looking through. Oh, okay, wait. Oh, repeat the verse. Okay, yeah, sorry. It is Isaiah 43:1. The Lord has promised us, I have redeemed you. I have summoned you by name. You are mine. Isaiah 43:1. Just looking through the rest of these. Sweet.
Can you repeat? I got down to number 5 and I missed 6 and 7.
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay.
8 and 9.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Number 6 is compete with yourself instead of others. Yep. And number 7 is create boundaries around social media or even around your social environment. I love what Brene Brown says. You know, you guys have probably read her books, but she talks about your sticky note of 5 people, right? Like you are the result, you are the culmination of the 5 people that you hang out with the most. There have been studies that have been shown that that the 5 people that you spend the most time with, there is a 95% chance that they will have an impact in your life and business. Like your success or your failure is 95% in the 5 people that you are surrounding yourself with right now. I think I botched the actual words in that, but oh, sorry. And then 8 is actively move towards avoiding burnout. Let's see. Yeah, if you guys are new to network marketing, like this, if this is not something, if comparison is something that you don't get under control right now, it will keep you from moving forward. There's no other way to put it. Like, you have to be able to live in your own thoughts and stay focused on what you are doing and how you are doing it. Use all the tools and resources that you're given, but I want you to really lean into how you are uniquely created and capitalize on that.
Whitney, what's your social media handle? Your Instagram?
Oh, yeah. It is at Whitney Kroneberger. So just all lowercase, one thing, at Whitney Kroneberger. And I do have a free Facebook group where I do weekly live stuff. So if you want that, you can, I can send a link to Britt and then she can send it out to you guys. And I do one-on-one coaching with people for 6 months. I do 6-month contracts, and I absolutely love it. So if you are interested in doing that, just send me a message. But I'm truly passionate about getting you guys to a place where you are making a lot of money and finding joy in the process. And I am super passionate about that, and mastering your thoughts and bringing essentialism to your life and business. That is what I do every day. Thank you guys so much for letting me come. I have literally been looking forward to this for so long. Sandy asked if I could repeat. Oh, let me just find, hold on one second. There.
I just want to say that was awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, it is my pleasure. Okay, let's see if I can find that. Oh. Okay. Okay. According to research by the social psychologist, Dr. David McClelland of Harvard, the 5 people you habitually associate with will determine as much as 95% of your success or failure in life.
When I first heard that quote a few months ago, it actually was really helpful, because that said in there that includes your social media. So if you're spending a lot of time with a particular person you're following on social media or YouTube, like if you watch somebody, because my kids nowadays, they grow up, they're watching YouTube, they're watching all this stuff. So if they have people they watch all the time, and that's their 5 people that they're with more than anyone else, and it really affects them. So as a mom standpoint, that, yeah. So for you, yourself, and your business, yes, the 5 people you hang out with, not just physically, but even on social media. And from a mother or anyone's standpoint for kids, think about that with your kids. Who are they watching on YouTube all the time? Who are they subscribing to? Who are they following? Things like that. So sorry, go ahead.
No, that's good. That is good. Yep.
Anyone else have any questions before we're done? Like, if you were in a coaching call with Whit, is there anything you'd want to ask her? Any advice you would want? You guys are usually never.
Britt, I don't know if she saw, but I asked a question because I have so many people who come to me and ask, like, how do you take, like, that first step? Like, they feel like they're looking at a mountain and it's so big that they are never going to be able to get there. And, like, the first step is the hardest. Do you have any advice on, like, how to tackle that mindset?
Oh, man, that is a really good question. I really believe that the first thing that you need to do is address all of the fear, which may sound silly, but the fear of what people are going to think, the fear of failure, the fear of, like, it not working for you for some reason, and dive really deep into some of those thoughts. And then just do a little bit every day. Every single day. The more you do something consistently like that, even if it's like a 15-minute every single day, I'm doing something to actively work my business, that will train your brain to know that it's expected. And that is what leads to growth. That is what leads to the momentum. But until you address those thoughts about, like, and start to pivot those, it's going to be really hard to move past them if you're not actively thinking about those or trying to change those. And if you don't know how to change those, I would love to help you. I know that it is not something that's easy to do on your own, but like thinking about your thoughts like a river, you're looking at a river right in front of you, and there's all this debris and logs and stuff floating in the river. What you're doing is like you're taking out a massive log from the river and you're looking at it from all angles and you're dissecting it and analyzing it. And those are people's opinions, and you're taking them out and you're holding on to them for a long time and you're not throwing them back in. Y'all, leave the log in the river. Like, they're not paying your bills. You probably have heard that, right? Like, what you're doing is helping people financially and with their health. So your job is to start addressing those thoughts right now, and then put your blinders on right here.
I love that. Wait, there's another question.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Hold on.
There might be a couple now. Oh,
man, I need to make this bigger. Whoa, let's see.
What do you say to people who say, I'm not a salesperson, although we're promoting the business aspect, leading with the business, products speak for themselves. I want to hear people and sympathize, but I want to see why this company is different with the
Yep. Okay. This is my personal belief. I believe that there is a huge aspect to sales in this business. And once you adopt and wrap your brain around it actually being sales, and then wanting to do sales in a really clean, authentic, organic way, that will change the way you show up. Okay. So yeah, do you have to have like a degree in sales or have done it for 10 years? No. You're not manipulating people. You're not wooing people into the process, but you have a product or a business opportunity for them, and it is your job to bring awareness to that. Okay. My coach, her name's Kristen Boss. She is absolutely brilliant. Her handle on Instagram is _becoming_boss. Becoming Boss. She is doing a 3-day event coming up here, and it's $7. It's online, and she teaches everything that you need to know about social selling and how to do it authentically. She is a thought leader in the industry. You need to go do that 3-day course. She also has an academy. It's called Social Selling Academy. And she teaches you how to do social selling well without feeling salesy and sleazy. Like, she will teach you how to do it in an authentic way. She also has a podcast. You guys, just so you know, if you wanted to work with her one-on-one, she is $20,000. Okay. Which is, I work with her and I do that because I truly believe it's worth it. But she has this podcast, she has her Social Selling Academy, and she has this 3-day event coming up. And if you want to learn strategy on how to reach out authentically, you need to go and pick up some of those tools, because selling is like sharing is selling. You just have to learn how to do it in an authentic way. That's my personal belief.
Oh, that was amazing. So I'll put it in is it Kristen?
KRI, yes. Yep, I can put it in the chat too. Yeah, Kristen Boss, and her handle is becoming Boss. She's y'all, she's good at what she does.
Well, she's training you well.
Yep, she's so good.
All right, Whit, thank you so much for your time. Like,
yeah,
exactly what I think we needed, and always you're just so encouraging and amazing, and I'm so thankful for you. So
thank you for letting me do this. Thank you, guys.
I'll be getting some questions about what's that Facebook page? Will you tell me that?
Oh yeah, it's called By Design. It's public, you can find it, but yeah, it is called By Design, and that is my just free community. I just dump training in there all the time, every week.
Okay, I'll find it and I'll get you guys to it. But thank you so much, Whit. I really appreciate you and love you.
Love you too. All right, talk to you guys later.
All right, good night.
Thank you.
Yeah.